fire effects and water effects. So if you take the photographs, you see water coming toward you, protect your cameras. They may get wet. And finally, for your safety and the safety of those around you, please do not use selfie sticks while you're on the tour. Well, those are the rules. Now repeat them back, and we started with you. I'm just playing. Here's what's in store for you. We're leaving the theme park behind and taking you into the actual working movie and television studio where some of Hollywood's biggest names come to work every day. Note the movie posters on your right. Just a few examples of the movies that we made here at Universal Studios, starting back in 1914 with an epic silent film entitled Game of the Pythias. What we got in theaters right now, such as Wicked, Nosferatu, Dogman, and we got Last Breath opening this week, starring Woody Harrelson. Hey, we're heading down to the front lot. This is where we house a majority of our 36 sound stages for interior filming. Inside of these buildings, we can create any type of environment that this story demands. Alright, calm down. I am not. Hello. Wow, why? Woo, too much fruit. All of these scenes were filmed inside of Stage 12. Coming up on your left, that's the largest sound stage on the front lot. And we're approaching the front lot. We'll be passing between the studio property and the theme park for a moment. At the bottom of the hill on your right, Super Nintendo World, home to Mario and Luigi, the stars of our biggest movie of 2023, the Super Mario Brothers movie. Coming up on the left, sound stages that are chock full of production-making goodness used for shows such as Bel Air, starring Jabari Banks and Polly Shillington, that streams on our streaming platform Peacock. Also, we've been using these stages for Season 4 of Hacks, starring Gene Smart, Hannah Einbinder, and Man on the Inside, starring Kate Danson and Stephanie Beatrice. We're also home to Lopez vs. Lopez, starring George Lopez and Maya Lopez. They're on Season 3 on NBC. And we introduced a new workplace comedy called St. Denis Medical, starring David Allen Greer. On stages where people are passes on the back lot. We cannot speak because they'll hear us with the overhead speakers and we're ruin the sound that they're recording for their scenes. But not right now, not so quiet for us right now. So this is good. But have your cameras ready at all times. You never know who or what you might see on the tour. It is full of surprises. Who's that? Take pictures. Hey, we got Easter eggs all over this property. That's what makes the studio so much fun, is the Easter eggs that you'll find around here. And you don't know about them unless you work here or if you're taking the tour. Have your cameras ready. Coming up on your right, one of those Easter eggs. It's the Minions. Hide your bananas. The Minions are, of course, part of Illumination Entertainment, which is owned by Chris Meledandri. Chris Meledandri has brought Universal Studios a number of block. At the end of this row of sound stages on your right is Stage 19, used for scenes for our Oscar-winning motion picture, Oppenheimer, starring Academy Award winners Cillian Murphy and Robert Downey Jr. Coming up on your left is another Easter egg. It's Ted. That's the second biggest teddy bear I've ever seen. Ted films on our lot, starring Seth MacFarlane, Scott Grimes, and Max Burkholder. It streams on our streaming platform Peacock, and they are now working on Season 2. They've been filming all over the lot. Coming up on your left, we got bungalows everyone's permanent dressing rooms for movie stars such as Doris Day, Rock Hudson, Jimmy Stewart, Paul Newman. Today they are production offices occupied by the likes of Mark Platt. Mark Platt Productions has brought you the hit musical to the theaters called Wicked, and now it's on the big screen. Oscar-nominated motion picture Wicked, starring Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande, Academy Award winner Michelle Yeoh, and Jeff Goldblum, directed by John M. Chu. Coming up on your left, you have Bungalow 5195 with the Alfred Hitchcock logo out front. It was Alfred Hitchcock's production office for the Alfred Hitchcock Presents television series.
You said you can move into that office. I said, no, I can never be in Hitchcock's office. That should be a shrine, a museum.
Very excited just to know that he was there and walk by and know he was in that office.
Hitchcock has influenced every director. I saw Hitchcock once walking around the commissary. Hitchcock had his bungalow on the lot. I used to go see Alfred Hitchcock.
I loved working with him. I highly respect him. He really understood fear and terror.
The Bird.
In a sense, this is like a mini sequel, a mini continuation. We're just taking the Kong and Skull Island and the dinosaurs that we established in our feature film, and this is another day, another incident on Skull Island, using the creatures and the character and personality of Kong as he appeared in the movie.
Hey, you guys look a little nervous. Don't be, because Jessica and I have been to Skull Island many times. We go on nature hikes, play beer pong. All you gotta do is follow the rules to get through this safely. Please remain seated at all times. Please keep your hands and feet inside of the tram at all times, and hang on to your personal belongings like your cell phones, your magic wands, and your hula hoops. Peter Jackson will tell you when to put those glasses on. Commercial as we go from one end of the street to the other, so you cannot get in there. And before that, they're working on a big double secret movie that takes place in the 1920s. They won't tell us what it is, but I'm assuming it's got big movie stars in it. But anyway, you'd be amazed how many productions are filmed in our metropolitan sets over the years. Movies, television shows, music videos, commercials, live events such as Hairspray Live. And you can even see our metropolitan sets as part of the obstacle course for American Ninja Warrior. They make you see it like that too.
In person, props from the movie, photos from behind the scenes, original illustrations from those movie posters, all this stuff.
By the way, that mural glows in the dark. Coming up on your left, you will see a humongous bee on the side of it. Soundstage on stage is home to The Voice. We got season 27 coming up, and John Legend will be returning as one of the coaches. Reba McEntire will not be, because she has her own show, and they film right next door at Stage 33. Reba McEntire stars in Happy's Place, which also stars Melissa Escobedo and Melissa Peterman. Try saying those names fast 5 times. Also on your left is a lake. That lake is what we call Hollywood Ocean. It was the entire Pacific Ocean for our television series McHale's Navy. Starring Ernest Borgnine, Tim Conway, and Joe Flynn. It's also featured in our classic horror film, Creature from the Black Lagoon. There's Julia Adams going for a swim. Oh yeah, it's all fun and games until the creature shows up. Where the barbecue at? They're going to take you into the cradle of our backlot. I call it that because it's where our horror movies were born. Universal practically invented the horror genre with classics such as Dracula and Frankenstein. Well, this area we're heading into is officially known as Little Europe. Not a very big place, but we can make it look like any part of Europe we want by changing the language on the signs. Little Europe was built in the late 1920s for a motion picture entitled All Quiet on the Western Front, which won Universal its first Best Picture Academy Award in 1930. Right after that, we started making horror movies, and plenty of them. Those horror movies had 2 things in common. They had the monster, and they had the angry villager. At some point in the movie, there was a monster, and at some point in the movie, the villagers will get angry. It is one of those angry villager scenes filmed here in Little Europe, from Bride of Frankenstein, starring Boris Karloff as the monster, and Elsa Lanchester as the bride.
The monster, he's in the woods. Get out the bloodhouse. Raise all the men you can, lock them in indoors, and wait for me. I'm ready!
Yeah, they got their torches and their bloodhounds and their hula hoops and their iPads. And went after the hapless monster. But whenever they caught up with the monster in these films, things went horribly awry. That's right, Jessica. Horribly awry. Look at them running. Some of them texting their friends as they run. Yeah, why don't you shoot him? That's why you get the monster smack now, baby. You don't get that on TikTok. Now, you've seen Little Europe has all sorts of locations, including Tortuga for Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, starring Johnny Depp, Orlando Bloom, Jeffrey Rush, and Keira Knightley. It's seen as The Good Place, The Good Place, starring Ted Danson, Kristen Bell, William Jackson Harper, and Jamila Jamil.
You, Eleanor Shellstrop, are dead. This location, the afterlife, I have never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here.
Every blind date I've ever gone on has told me that.
I can't risk going to the bad place.
Well, maybe it's not all that bad.
Hi there. How can I help you?
What is the bad place like?
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
But it does sound like my apartment. Hey, coming up on your left is gray house with the white trim. That's a set. It's a practical set. You can film on the inside as well as the outside. It has a fully functional kitchen, a living room, a couple of bedrooms, a 3-car garage, and a humongous backyard. That was built and used for Hallmark Channel's Home and Family. Those of you who are fans of Bel Air, you've seen that set in season 2 of Bel Air. They were heading into an actual sound stage, and this sound stage is unique. It is the only split-level sound stage like it in Hollywood. There's been a production crew filming in here. They're working. As soon as they get back from their break, they're going to start filming. So they call it a hot set because they don't want you to touch anything or moving anything around. Pretty cool, huh? Be in here just for a moment. Please remain seated. Please keep your hands and feet inside of the tram at all times. What's that big red button for there, Jessica? Oh, don't reach out and touch it. I just wanted to know what it was for. I didn't say touch it. Don't touch it again.